Your Majesty, Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. It's a pleasure to be with you again today, now in this third series of events, landmark events, this morning having heard stirring remarks from Pope Francis. At the prior two events, I shared Microsoft's long-standing and ongoing commitment to protecting children and indeed all individuals online. I highlighted Microsoft's contributions to the fight against online child sexual exploitation and abuse, and I asked what we all might do together. At Microsoft, we focus on 4 key strategies for digital safety and child online protection: technology innovation and investment, our own internal governance, collaboration with others, and awareness raising and consumer education. Child sexual exploitation and abuse receives our utmost attention. As global citizens at Microsoft, we believe that eradicating the online creation and distribution of this abhorrent material is a universal call to action. Indeed, it requires a whole-of-society approach to achieve material impact because, as we've heard so many times already this morning, no one entity or organization alone can stamp out this vile imagery. Everyone has a role to play. Unfortunately, despite our collective best efforts, the online availability of child sexual exploitation and abuse imagery remains an ongoing and ever-growing problem. Microsoft began creating technology to combat the availability of this material in 2003. 6 years later, in collaboration with Dr. Hani Farid, we followed with the release of photo-DNA hash matching technology to detect duplicates of known illegal imagery. As some of you may know, 1 year ago, Microsoft hosted, in collaboration with several others, a cross-industry hackathon focused on detecting child online grooming for sexual purposes. Grooming takes place when someone builds an emotional connection with a child in order to gain the child's trust for sexual purposes, sexual exploitation, or trafficking. Building off of a Microsoft-patented technology, after 2 days, the technical team, led by Dr. Hani Farid, produced a prototype for detecting potential instances of child online grooming for sexual purposes. The technique is applied to historical text-based message or chat conversations. It looks at and rates a series of conversation characteristics and assigns an overall probability rating. For instance, what is the likelihood that the conversation is taking place between an adult and a minor? Is the conversation about something of a sexual nature? And so on. The rating can then be used as a determiner set by individual companies themselves as to when the electronically evaluated conversation should be sent to a human moderator for review. We continued to work over the past year among Kik, Roblox, the Meet Group, and Microsoft's Xbox, and we are pleased to share that we are readying for a second event at Microsoft's headquarters early next year to announce the free availability of this technique designed to assist technology companies, civil society organizations, and others in detecting potential instances of child online grooming for sexual purposes. This hackathon and others like it underscore the vital importance of partnerships and the need for collaboration across industry, with civil society and individual experts, as well as with governments. Awareness raising and education about child sexual exploitation and other online safety issues is also critically important. Creating the web we want is going to take time, money, energy, and effort from everyone. We need compelling strategies to help protect young people from strangers and from themselves. How they conduct themselves, what they share, and with whom they share are all areas where young people can benefit from our advice and guidance. So as a collective, teachers, NGO and technology leaders, government, clergy, parents, and concerned adults, we need to inform and educate young people about online risks and harms. Young people need to be counseled that fun and socializing online in the here and now are important, but chasing likes and followers at all costs can be hurtful and even detrimental. We need to invest in digital literacy, digital ethics, and digital etiquette in our schools and in our classrooms to ensure that young people gain and maintain perspective, that they build resilience and face head-on the challenges and pressures of daily life online. We need to equip them with the ability to exercise good judgment and emphasize long-term critical thinking. Finally, I urge you to consider employing photo DNA, and when available, the new grooming prevention tool, if they are relevant to your work. And most importantly, invest in young people, even in the simplest of ways. For instance, be welcoming of and listen to their concerns about life online, suspend judgment, and devise any action plans together. Thank you for your attention.
Thank you.